silly notion. If I hadn't backed myself to do it, I'd have given the whole thing up a couple of months ago.
Absolutely fantastic.
A lot of tomfoolery.
Higgins, I salute you.
Nonsense. Silly people don't know their own silly business.
Tonight, old man, you did it, you did it, you did it. Who says that you would do it, and indeed you did. I thought that you would rue it, I doubted you'd do it, but now I must admit it and concede you did. You should get a medal, we even made a night.
It was nothing. Really nothing.
All alone you hurdled every obstacle in sight.
Now wait. Give credit where it's due, and a lot of the glory goes to you.
But the one who did it, who did it, who did it, as sturdy as Gibraltar, not a second did you falter, there's no doubt about it. Did it. I must have aged a year tonight, in times I thought I'd die of fright, never was there a momentary love.
Shortly after we came in, I saw that we would easily win. But after that, it was deadly dull.
Should have heard the moves and ours, everyone wondering who she was.
Think they'd never seen a lady before.
And when the Prince of Transylvania asked to meet her, and gave his arm to lead her to the floor, I said to him, you did it, you did it, you did it. They thought she was ecstatic and so damn aristocratic, and they never knew the
Thank heavens for Zoltan Karpathy. If it weren't have for him, I'd have died of boredom. He was there all right, and up to all his old tricks.
Parson dreadful Hungarian, was he there?
Yes, indeed. That blackguard who uses disguise speech or to blackmail and swindle and teach. He made it the devilish business of his to find out who this Miss Doolittle is. Every time you looked around, as there was that hairy hound from Budapest. Never have I, never known, never leaving us alone. Zaruda! I decided it was foolish not to let him have his fun. So I stepped aside and let him dance with her. Who's in charge from every pore? He oiled his way around. Every trick that he could play, he used to strip the mask away. And when at last the dance was done, he glowed as if he finally won. And in a voice too eager and a smile too broad, he announced to the hostess that she was a fraud.
Nay,
How sweet of you, Mrs. Pierce. Good night.
Good night.
I think I shall turn in too, Higgins. It's been a splendid occasion. Good night.
Good night, Pickering.
Oh, Mrs. Pierce! Oh, Jack is gone. I wanted to have tea instead of coffee in the morning. And, oh, Eliza, could you leave her a little note, please, saying I want tea, not coffee. Now, where the devil are my slippers? Oh.
There are your slippers, and there! Take your slippers and may never have day's luck with them!
Something wrong? Something the matter?
Nothing wrong with you. I won your bet for you, didn't I? That's enough for you, I suppose. I don't matter.
You won my bet. You presumptuous insect. I won my bet. Oh, what do you hurl those slippers at me for?
I wanted to smash your face. I could kill you, you selfish brute. Why do you leave me in the gutter where you picked me out of? Now you thank God it's all over and you can throw me back there again, do you?
Ooh, so the creature has nerves.
Oh!
Who claws in, you cat? Sit down. How dare you show your temper at me?
What's to become of me? What's to become of me?
The devil do I know what's become of you. What does it matter what becomes of you?
You don't care. I know you don't care. I'm nothing to you, not so much as those slippers.
Those slippers.
Those slippers. I didn't think it made any difference now.
What on earth has come over you? What? Is there something about your treatment here? It's upsetting. Mrs. Pierce? Colonel Pickering? Have they been cruel to you?
No,
You're not suggesting that it is I who have treated you badly?
no.
I'm glad to hear it. Perhaps you're just tired. Why don't you have a chocolate?
No! Thank you.
I can understand this nervousness, but you know, it's all over now. You've nothing else to worry about.
No, nothing more for you to worry about. Oh, God, I wish I was dead.
Why, oh, why in heaven's name, Eliza, this is purely subjective.
I don't understand. I'm too ignorant.
Ah, a little word with Roma Loewen. She would describe it as paradoxically motive response. I think you ought to go to bed, have a good sleep, a little cry. And when you get up in the morning, and having said your prayers.
Oh, I've heard your prayers. Thank God it's all over.
Well, don't you thank God it's all over? Now you're free. There's nothing more to worry about. You can do what you like.
What am I fit for? What am you left me fit for? Where am I to go? What am I to do? What's to become of me?
That's all it is. Well, I wouldn't bother about that. I don't think you'll have any difficulty finding something to do, but I must admit I hadn't thought in terms of you going away. You might marry, you know. You see, Eliza, all men aren't to the kind like Pickering and I. Most men are the marrying sort, poor devils. And you're not bad looking. Not now, of course. You look like a very devil because you've been crying. But at other times, when you're all right, I would say you were really quite attractive. I think you should go to bed, and when you get up in the morning, you look at yourself in the glass and you won't find yourself so cheap. I dare say Mother could find some suitable chap or other.
We're above that in Covent Garden.
What does that mean?
I sold flowers. I didn't sell myself. Now you've made a lady of me. I'm not fit to sell anything else.
Tosh. Don't insult human relationships with all that cant about buying and selling. You don't have to marry him.
What else am I to do?
No, there's lots you can do. What about that other idea about the flower shop? Pickering could set you up in one. He's got lots of money. Come to think of it, all those togs you've been wearing, the hire of the jewellery, making a big hole in £200. Eliza, devil's sleepy. I've got to go to bed. Now, I was looking for something.
Your slippers.
Oh, yes. My slippers. You shine there.
Before you go, sir, do my clothes belong to me or to Colonel Pickering?
What the devil would Colonel Pickering do with your clothes? And what on earth are you wittering away like this in the middle of the night?
I want to know what I may take away with me. I don't want to be accused of stealing.
Oh! You should not have used that word, Eliza. It shows a want of delicacy.
I'm sorry, I'm only a common, ignorant girl. And in my station I have to be careful. There can't be any feeling between the likes of you and the likes of me. Please, will you tell me what belongs to me and what doesn't?
You can take the whole damn houseful, except for the jewels, they're hired. Will that satisfy you?
Stop. Please, will you take these to your room and keep them safe? I shouldn't want to be accused of stealing.
Hand them over. If they belong to me and not the jeweller's, I'd ram them down your ungrateful throat.
This ring isn't the jeweller's, it's the one you bought me in Brighton. I don't want it now. Don't hit me!
Hit you? You infamous creature! How dare you accuse me of hitting you? It is you who have hit me! You have wounded me to the core!
I'm glad I've got a little of my own back anyhow.
You have made me lose my temper. A thing which hardly ever happened. I propose to say no more. I'm going to bed.
Better leave your own note for Mrs. Pierce about the coffee, for it won't be done by me.
Damn Mrs. Pierce. And damn the coffee. And damn you. And damn my own folly for having lavished my hard-earned knowledge and the treasure of my intimacy and regard on such a heartless gutter-snap.
Just you wait, Henry Higgins, just you wait. You'll be sorry, but your tears will be too late. You will be the one it's done to, and you'll have no one to get. Just you wait, Henry.
Darling,
Yeah.
nothing. I spend most of my time here. This is the only place I know where I
You
can...
don't have a heart to go to sight, do you?
No, of course not, darling. darling. How can you imagine such a thing? I tell you, 2 or 3 times a day. Sheets and sheets. Eliza, speak and the world is full of singing, and I am winging higher than the birds. Touch and my heart begins to crumble, the heavens tumble, darling, and I'm
Words, I'm so sick of words. I need words to improve us something from you. That's all your latest can do. Don't talk of stars burning above. If you're in love, show me. Tell me no dreams filled with desire. If you're unfurled, show me. We're together in the middle of the night. Don't talk of staying, just everyone's ever been in love with you that. This is no time for the chat. Show me. Don't talk of love, lasting through time. Make me know I'm dying now. Show Sing me no song, read me no rhyme. Don't waste my time. Show me. Please don't include beg of a speech. Don't make a speech. Show me. I want to hear another word. There isn't time. We're together in what would be a dream. See my mind and I'll sleep. Haven't your arms longed for mine? Please don't explain. Show me. Don't wait until the goes at night. The heart will know my Show me.
Darling!
Down to spoil me in me misery, me own flesh and blood,
What's it all dressed up for?
as if you didn't know.
Come on, Alfred, I've got to go down to church. They've got cut about.
Yeah, church says the deepest cut of all. Why do you think otherwise I'm dressed up here like a ruddy pallbearer?
Come on, Alfred.
How much time have I got left?
There's just a few more hours. That's all the time we've got. A few more hours before we tie the knot.
There are drinks and girls all over London, and I've got to track them down in just a few bolted? Yes, bolted. And Mrs. Pierce didn't tell you. Say a word. Not a word about it. Well, I'm dashed. I don't know what to do. I got coffee instead of tea this morning. I don't know where my things are. I don't know what my appointments are.
Eliza would know.
Yes, of course Eliza would have known, but damn it, she's not here.
Did either of you two gentlemen fight the crowd last night?
No.
Well, you were there, Mrs. Pierce. We hardly said a word to her. Higgins! Did you bully her after I went to bed?
Quite the other way around. She hurled the slippers straight at me, and I haven't given her any provocation. They came hurling over at my person, and I hadn't said a word. And what's more, she used the most appalling language. I was shocked.
Well, I'm dashed.
What I don't understand is that she was shown every consideration. She even admitted it herself.
Well, I'm dashed.
Pickering, stop being dashed and do something.
What?
But call the police. That's what.
You can't call the police and give Eliza's name as though she was a thief or a lost umbrella.
Why not? I want her back. She belongs to me. I paid £5 for her.
Quite right. Scotland Yard, please. May I have some coffee, Mrs. Pierce?
Oh, yes, sir.
Why in heaven's name could have prompted her to go after such a triumphant morning? What could have possessed her? What could have depressed her? I can't understand the wretched.
Hello. Good morning, old chap. Colonel Hugh Pickering here. 27A Wimpole Street. I'd like to report a missing person. Anything you can do to help in her recovery would be most frightfully appreciated.
Women are irrational. That's all there is to that. The heads are full of cotton, hay, and rags. They're nothing but exasperating, irritating, vacillating, calculating, agitating, maddening, infuriating hags.
Yes, this is her residence. Between 3 and 4 in the morning. No relation at all. Shall we say just a good friend? Huh. Now see here, my good man. I don't at all like the tenor of that question. What the girl does here is our affair. Your affair is to get her back so she can continue doing it.
Why can't a woman be more like a man?
I beg your pardon?
Why can't a woman be more like a man? Men are so honest, so thoroughly square, eternally known, historically fair. Who would you win or give your back a pat? Why can't a woman be like that? Why do they all do as the others do? Can't a woman learn to use her head? Why do they do everything their mothers do? Why can't they grow up like their fathers instead? Why can't a woman take after a man? Men are so free, blessed, easy things. Whenever you're with them, you're always at ease. Would you be slighted if I didn't speak for hours?
Of course not.
Would you be livid if I had a drink or two?
Nonsense.
Would you be wounded if I never brought you flowers?
Never.
Why can't a woman be like you? One man might shout at me. Now and then there's one slightly better. One doubt of it. But by and large we are a marvelous sex. Why can't a woman behave like that? Men are so friendly, good-natured and kind. A better companion you never will find. If I were hours late for dinner, would you bellow?
Of course not.
If I forgot your silly birthday, would you fuss?
Nonsense.
Would you complain if I took out another feather? Never! Why can't a woman be like us?
They just sat there, never said a word to you, never petted you, or praised you, or told you how splendid you were. Not a word. That's simply appalling. I should not have thrown the slippers at him. I should have thrown the fireman at him.
Mother!
I thought it wouldn't be long stay where you are, my dear.
Mother, where the devil are you?
Remember, last night you not only danced with a prince, but you behaved like a princess.
Oh, Mother, there you are. The damnedest thing. You.
Good afternoon, Professor Higgins. Are you quite well?
Ah!
Of course you are. You are never ill. Would you care for some tea?
Don't you dare try that game on me. I taught it to you. Now get up and come home and stop being a fool.
Very nicely.
You've caused me enough trouble for one morning.
That's very nicely put indeed, Henry. No woman could resist such an invitation.
How did their baggage get here in the first place?
Eliza came to see me. I'm very glad I am to have her. And if you don't behave yourself, I shall have to ask you to leave.
Oh! So I'm to put on my Sunday manners for this thing I created out of the squash cabbage leaf of Covent Garden.
Yes, dear, that's precisely what I'm doing.
I'll see her damned first.
Oh, ever did you learn manners with my son around?
It was very difficult. I should never have known how ladies and gentlemen behave. They had been for Colonel Pickering. He always showed me that he felt and thought about me as something better than a common flower girl. You see, Mrs. Higgins, apart from the things one can pick up, the difference between a lady and a flower girl is not how she behaves, but how she's treated. I shall always be a flower girl to Professor Higgins, because he always treats me as a flower girl and always will. But I know that I shall always be a lady to Colonel Pickering, because he always treats me as a lady and always will.
Henry, please don't grind your teeth.
The vicar is here, madam. Shall I show him into the garden?
The vicar? And the professor? Good heavens, no. I'll see him in the library. Eliza, if my son begins to break things, I give you my full permission to have him evicted. Oh, Henry, dear, if I were you, I should stick to two subjects. The weather and your height.
Well, Eliza, have you had enough of your own back? Are you now going to be reasonable, or do you want some more?
You want me back only to pick up your slippers and put up with your tempers and to fetch and carry for you.
I haven't even talked about you coming back.
Oh, indeed. Then what are we talking about?
We're talking about you, not about me. If you come back, I shall treat you in the way I always have. I can't change my nature, and I've no intention of changing my manners. My manners are just as good as Colonel Pickering's.
It's not true. Colonel Pickering treats a flower girl as if she were a duchess.
And I treat a duchess as if she was a flower girl.
I see, the same to everybody.
Just so. The secret, Eliza, is not whether to have good manners or bad manners or any other kind of manners, but to have the same manner for all human souls. The question you should ask is not whether I treat you rudely, but whether you have ever heard me treat anybody else better.
I don't care how you treat me. I don't mind you swearing at me. I shouldn't even mind a black eye. I've had one before.
But I won't be passed over.
Ah! Then you'd better get out of my way. You talk of me as if I'm a motor bus.
So you are a motor bus, all bounce and go, and no consideration for anybody. But I can get along without you. Don't you think I can't?
I know you can get along without me. I told you you could. Have you ever wondered if I can get along without you?
Try to get around me. You'll have to.
I'm sorry. Without you and without anybody. But I shall miss you. I've learned something from your idiotic notions. I confess that. Alien drapery.
Well, you have my voice on your gramophone. When you feel lonely without me, you can turn it on. It's got no feelings to hurt.
Can't turn your soul on.
Oh, you are a devil! You could twist the heart in a girl as easy as some could twist their arms to hurt her. What am I to come back for?
Oh, for the fun of it. Why I took you on in the first place.
And you may throw me out tomorrow if I don't do everything you want me to?
Man, you may walk out if I don't do everything you want me to.
And live with my father?
Yeah, or sell flowers. Or you can marry Pickering.
I wouldn't marry you if you asked me, and you're nearer my age than what he is.
Then he is.
Oh, I'll talk as I like. You're not my teacher now. That's not what I want, and don't you think it. I've always had chaps enough wanting me that way. Freddie Hill writes me twice, 3 times a day, sheets and sheets.
So that's what you want. You want me to be as infatuated about you as Freddie Hill.
No, I don't. That's not the sort of feeling I want from you. I want a little kindness. You're a common, ignorant girl, and you're a book-learned gentleman. I'm not dirt under your feet. What I did was not for the dresses and the taxis, but because we were pleasant together, and I came to care for you. Not to want you to make love to me, and not forgetting the difference between us, but more friendly-like.
Well, that's how I feel too, and that's how Pickering feels. Eliza, you're a fool.
It's not a proper answer to give me.
Oh, it's all the answer you'll get for as long as you're being a plain idiot. If you want to be a lady, it's just no good expecting the men in your life to spend half their time snivelling over you and the other half blacking your eye. You find me cold, unfeeling? Well, off you go and find somebody else, some sentimental hog with lots of money and a thick pair of lips to kiss you with and a thick pair of boots to kick you with. That's the sort of bloke you want. Go and get it.
Not a proper answer to give me. You'll turn everything against me. I'm always in the wrong. But don't you be too sure you have me under your feet to be trampled on and talked down to. I'll marry Freddie, I will, just as soon as I'm able to support him.
Oh. That poor devil. Couldn't even get a job as an errand boy if you had the courage to apply for it. Don't you understand, woman? I have made you a consort for a king.
Freddie loves me. That makes him king enough for me. I don't want him to work. He wasn't brought up to it as I was. Oh, go and be a teacher.
Oh, and what'll you teach?
What you taught me, phonetics. I'll offer my services as assistant to that brilliant Hungarian.
That impostor? That toadying scumbag? You'll give him my discoveries, my methods? You take one step in that direction and I'll wring your neck!
Ring away, what do I care? I knew you'd strike me one day. Ah, that's done you with Henry Higgins, it has. Now I don't get that for your bullying and your big talk. What a fool! What a dominated fool! To think you were the earth and sky. What a fool I was! What an addle-pated fool! What a mutton-headed dolt was I! No, my liberating friend, you are not the beginning and the end.
You brazen baggage. There's not an idea in your head or a word in your mouth that I haven't put there.
There'll be spring every year without you. England still will be here without you. There'll be fruit on the tree and a shore by the sea. There'll be crumpets and tea without you. Art and music will thrive without you. Somehow peace will survive. They can still rule the land without you. Windsor Castle will stand without you. And without much ado, without you. Without your pulling it, the tide comes in. Without your twirling it, the earth can spin. Without your pushing, and the clouds will rise. If they can do without you, Ducky, so can I. I shall not feel alone without you. I can stand on my own without you. So go back in your shell. I do bloody well without.
By George, I really did it! I did it! I did it! I knew I'd make a woman, and I did. I knew I could do it! I knew it! I knew it! I knew I'd make a woman, and succeed I did! Eliza, you're magnificent. 5 minutes ago, you were a millstone round my neck. Now, you're a tower of strength, a consort battleship. I like you like this.
Goodbye, Professor Higgins. I shall not be seeing you again.
Mother? Mother! She's gone.
Of course, dear, what did you expect?
Well, what am I to do?
Without, I suppose.
I'm so upset. She's little lungs sickened by a few hours of a Higgins oxygen. She's an owls who can't stand my sunshine. Well, let her go. I can do without her. I can do without anybody. I have my own soul, my own spark of divine fire.
Bravo, Eliza.
I've grown accustomed to her face. She almost makes the day begin. I've grown accustomed to the tune she whistles like a frown. Her hours are second nature to like breathing out and breathing in. I was serenely independent and content before we met. Surely I can be that way again. And yet, I've grown accustomed to her voice, accustomed to her voice, accustomed to her face. Marry, friend. What an infantile idea! Heartless, wicked, brainless thing to do. But she'll regret it. She'll be sorry. It's doomed before they take the vow. I can see her now, Mrs. Reddy Ancient Hill, in a wretched little flat among the straws. I can see her now, not a penny in the till, at the door. She tries these things I taught her, and end up selling ours instead. Begging for her bread and water, while her husband has his breakfast in bed. In a year or so, when she's premature and grey, and the blossom in her cheek has turned to joy, she'll come home, and lo, he'll up and run away with a social climbing heiress from New York. Poor Rilla. How simply frightful. How humiliating. How delightful. How poignant it will be on that inevitable night she hammers at my door in tears and wrath, miserable and alone, repentant and contrite. I let her in, or hurl her to the wolves, show her kindness, or the treatment she deserves. Take her back, or throw the baggage out. I'm a most forgiving man. But never would hold a position, staunchly never budge. Just a most forgiving man. But I will never take her back! If she were crawling on her knees, let her shiver, let her moan, let her promise to atone, I will slam the door and let the hellcat free! Marry Freddy. Ha! But I'm so used to hear her say good morning every day. Her joys, her woes, her highs, her lows are second nature to me now. Like breathing out and breathing in. I'm very grateful she's a woman, and so easy to forget. Just like a habit, one can always break. And yet, I've grown accustomed to the grace of something in the air. Accustomed to
I want to be a lady in a flower shop instead of selling flowers at the corner of Tottenham Court Road. But they won't take me unless I talk more German to you. He said he could teach me.
Well, here I am, ready to pay and not asking any favours. And he treats me as if I was dirt. I know what the lessons cost and I'm ready to pay.
It's almost irresistible. She's so deliciously low, so horribly dirty.
I'll wash my face and hands before I come on you.
Eliza! Where the devil are my slippers?